Hey guys, Maven here.
Howdy gang, it's your boy Austin. Serotonin, a chemical messenger in the brain and body that affects mood, sleep, digestion, and more. And you know what gives me serotonin? Swiska Polka. Which is a shame because I went to Disney and I neglected to hear it. But what if I told you that you can get the same serotonin from Swiska Polka on the sea? Ladies and gentlemen, I went on a Disney cruise and it wasn't the jungle variety.
A rough ride on the famous Jungle Cruise at Disney World. One of the boats nearly sunk.
Nope, I went on the Disney Fantasy, of course, named after the Mariah Carey song, and here's how it went.
You are in the back of a church band right now.
That's right. I went on a 5-day cruise in the Bahamas with stops in Nassau, Lookout Cay, and Castaway Cay. My family and I boarded that boat, and despite being on a calorie cut, I converted to a seafood diet. That's because if I seafood, I eat it. After pillaging several generations of king crab legs, we decided to take a little tour. This is where I bumped into someone who I thought I could have been separated at birth with. Now, I know you're all saying to yourselves right now, who could it be? Try Thor of Asgard, who I think I made look short and kind of small in this photo. But, hey, yeah, he was cool and all, but, what was going up on the deck? Whoa, hey, wrong footage. Let's go to the other one. That's more like it. It's showtime and time to set sail. Well, first, gym. Alright guys, quick arm workout done. Enjoy a banana. Chill out for a little bit with this cold towel. Get a shower. And see what the gang's up to. Food. One of the big things on the ship was the food. And may I say, it was some of the best food I ever had the pleasure of putting in my mouth. The 3 restaurants that gave my calorie tracking app a heart attack were the Animator's Palette, the Royal Court, and the Enchanted Garden. And the buffet, of course. But I find it was the great service that aided the experience tenfold. Thanks to my boy, Steven.
Steven here.
All jokes aside, my brother Steven killed it, making us feel like royalty when he himself was the king. Oh, hey Steven. You dropped this, pal. Steven made us feel like family, even bringing us Indian food on Pirate Night when we were already stuffed like ticks to begin with, over at the Animator's Palette, after the amazing entrees. I like food and all. I can especially say that because I am recording and eating Chipotle at the same time. But it was the great work put in by my boy Steven that made the experience all worth it. Another thing this ship had down was the entertainment. For 4 nights, the theater was packed, whether it be for Frozen, Aladdin, some quartet of middle-aged guys, or their own original show. I think it was called Believe, because I believe I was in the room catching up on some Z's. Each show had the same cast, just rotating in different parts, except for key characters. Although I had a sneaking suspicion my mom was just looking in my general direction during the entire shows. I don't know, saying something like, oh, I know what she would say. Something like,
Austin, you are so much better than that Kristoff when you did your Frozen Junior production. And, you know, you should do this as a job so we can get an excuse to quit all of our jobs and you can come work on the Disney boat together and we can live happily ever after. Austin!
But who knows? That could have been my imagination. There was also a plethora of characters walking by, like the aforementioned Thor or Captain Jack Sparrow, Doctor Strange, Mickey and the gang. But, you know, I was upset. Because where were the characters like, I don't know, Chicken Little, the bears from Brother Bear, the bowler hat guy? When it came to the on-deck stuff, I mean, again, just blew it out of the park. The Aqueduct was their signature slide that wrapped around the whole deck, which had several pools itself, and a huge screen which played movies all day and night. Like on Pirate Night, when I got to check off a thing that I never knew was on my personal checklist, which was watch Pirates of the Caribbean on a boat in the ocean. This was before I quoted 20 minutes of the movie and passed right out. Ports, they were fun. At Nassau, we ventured on a pirate vessel sailing the ocean blue, searching for bottom shelf rum mixed with fruit punch. Because that's what I found. After the supposed trip, which didn't make me feel like a Caribbean or Bahamian pirate, just more like a Somalian pirate.
Avast! These aren't pirates.
We ventured around the cruise port and fell for tourist traps. This was a hair braiding tourist trap, which I was not going to participate because ain't nobody touching these golden locks. It was my little sister who wanted the experience that could have easily been done on the boat, but no, we had to wait an hour while I got catcalled by the other hair braiding ladies, saying they wanted to make me an island boy.
I'm like this island boy.
Lookout had some nice things, but other than that, kind of boring. Spent some time over at Castaway feeding the stingrays and going on a glass bottom boat tour, which I must say was pretty cool.
But wait, there's more.
You think we were done after just doing a cruise? Nada! After the amazing time at sea, we needed just a little time on land to adjust before we flew back and went home. So, park time! We spent 4 days at the parks. Beginning on the day we left the boat. You could say we jumped ship. First day, Epcot, which, yes, is the park that I did buy a specific pair of Jordans for. But I mean, come on. These are literally Epcot Jordans. I gotta say it, Epcot's my favorite park. Simply because of Living with the Land and Spaceship Earth. Yeah, Guardians and Ratatouille and Frozen are cool and all, but guys, Living with the Land and the Epcot Ball. I mean, seriously, how could you not love this park? This is so relaxing, everything's so nice, and you bet they even had a mariachi band. Next was for sure my favorite park, the Magic Kingdom. Hey guys, Future Austin here. So he definitely lied, and I don't like liars because Magic Kingdom is definitely number 2 to Epcot. Or, I don't know, maybe they're both my favorite, guys. I love this park with all my heart. I mean, it's literally the epitome of Disney park magic. I got to ride one of the best rides at all the Disney parks. The one that created the big film franchise. Haunted Mansion. I'm just kidding, guys. That's like my third favorite ride. It's Pirates of the Caribbean. Unfortunately, there was a bit of construction in Frontierland, probably for that new Cars ride, but that didn't stop me from riding the brand new, to me anyway, Tiana's Bayou Adventure. I will say, I don't know if there was something off or if it wasn't finished, but it felt empty. Like in that bayou scene where you go down and you know, you're down there. Used to be a lot of animatronics down there. Now it's just moss and I don't know, everything just didn't seem to work the day I was there. I mean, good ride overall. I'm gonna give it a 7 out of 10. Hollywood Studios was the next day and it was quite interesting. All the rides were shut down. Now we had Lightning Lane. The trip to Hollywood Studios was bittersweet. Last time riding Rock and Roller Coaster and experiencing Muppet Vision, but I built a lightsaber, so I think I'm okay. Animal Kingdom, per the usual, hot and muggy. You know, a great park. In fact, a great park, because it's the only one that's got a Rainforest Cafe. But other than that, I mean, Expedition Everest, the Safari, that's pretty much it. Which is why it was the last park on the voyage. And it was time to go home. You know, although I spent most of the time sleeping and completely exhausted, I can't help but thinking it was something that I really needed. And I had a great time. After the fun ended, I went back to work and I contemplated what my life would be like if Swiss Kapolka could play whenever I wanted, But then I forgot I had Spotify Premium, so, I could just do that whenever. Well, guys, have a magical day. And see you in the next one. Big Texas out.
I knew this was a ripoff.